Hi, I'm Rich from Gloss and Appearance Products, and today we're going to review a one-step machine process with our one-step machine gloss on this 1998 Lotus Esprit that has your common swirl marks, scratches, and towel marks for common car washing and neglect. Today we're going to go over a one-step paint correction with our one-step machine polish. Now this is a polish we haven't introduced in the paint correction series, but it's a great product for cars that have minor swirl marks, scratches, or imperfections. And we're going to demonstrate the product or the polish, the proper pad choice for this application in a 7424 orbital polisher. Okay, we're going to start the process. So we're going to start with the machine, the pad, and the product. And first we're going to take a look at the paint. As you can see, there's a lot of marring in the finish. This could be caused from different types of towels or how we drive the vehicle or your common car wash scratches. And we're going to show you with the pad and the product how to remove this. There's going to be a certain technique to do this. So let's go ahead and look and identify. As you can see, these are what we call minor swirl marks or scratches, and the marring is very light. So what we're going to do is we're going to first mask off this molding here. As you can see, you want to get some painter's tape, and anything that has a molding, you want to be careful because you don't want to scuff or damage it. So I'm going to take some of our painter's tape here, or you can go to a body shop supply store, and just as a precaution, I'm going to go ahead and just mask off this edge. That way I can polish close to the edge without damaging the molding. It also makes for easier cleanup. We're going to start by picking up the 7424 polisher and applying our orange heavy cut foam to the polisher. And basically this is on the Evo Soft Buff vacuum plate that's attached to the pad. As you can see, it's a Velcro, and you want to make sure that's securely on before you start the polish. Now we're going to go ahead and add the one-step machine polish to the orange heavy cut glossy pad. We're going to put a bead at 9 and 3 o'clock to start with. And you're going to take your finger and rub this into the pad. One of the reasons you want to do this is so when you start the machine, you don't sling it down inside of the vehicle. As you can see, I'm rubbing it in here. Now, the other thing we do is we've got to establish the speed on the machine. And this is a variable machine, so if you've never used an orbital polisher before, one of the things you want to do is you want to start off with a slow speed. Probably start like a 3 speed, which is going to give you your coverage first. So let's go ahead and select 3 on the dial, as you can see here. Now once we get 3 selected, you want to go ahead and make sure you put the cord over your left shoulder. And when you start the machine, you want to make sure that the machine is on the vehicle when you start it. This is a safety feature to make sure you don't damage the vehicle or it doesn't take off by itself. So let's go ahead and start through our coverage area here for speed 3. Okay, now that we've gotten our coverage at speed 3, we're going to go ahead on the dial, and you're going to want to adjust the speed up to 5. Okay. Now again, make sure that the machine's on the vehicle when you start it, not off the vehicle. This will keep the machine in balance. So we're going to turn the switch on. What we're doing here now, we got our speed, is we want to make sure that we work a left to right overlapping motion. We also want to make sure that we start in a small area, and we preferably start with a 2x2 small area. This gives the pad and the product enough time to remove the imperfections. We're not doing a waxing motion, we're doing what we call a light cutting or paint correction step to remove the defects, not fill the defects. So it's really important that when you're polishing, that you slow the machine down, not the speed, but your motion of the machine, and let the pad and the product remove the imperfections. See the polish start to diminish, and you can see it's barely visible here. We've almost diminished it to the point where now we're going to spray a little bit of our quick detailer, which is our gloss enhancer. And this is actually going to help reactivate the existing product that's still in the pad. So what we're going to do is take a little bit of the quick detailer and do a fine mist on the area that we're polishing, and then we're going to continue to polish for 2 to 3 more passes. Once I've got most of the product diminished after spraying the gloss enhancer, I'm going to go ahead and lower the speed on the 7424 down to a speed 3. I'm going to spray a little bit of additional gloss enhancer. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lighten up on my pressure and make sure that I'm just gliding across the finish to what we call jewel the finish. And after jeweling the finish, it's going to give us that clarity and depth that we're looking for. Okay, now that we've gone through the light pressure step, we use the gloss enhancer, we've exhausted the polish and the finish. You want to take the gloss enhancer and preferably use a brand new gloss and microfiber towel because these are extremely soft and not going to scratch you. You don't want to damage what you just fixed, and make sure that the towel is clean and inspected to make sure there's no debris caught on the towel. So let's go ahead and take some gloss enhancer, switch it on the finish, and we're going to remove the residual polish and inspect our work. Now this correction that we're doing is what we refer to the detail business as 80-85% correction. Now what is 85% correction? It means that when you pull this black finish in natural sunlight, you're not going to see the imperfections. And this is why we call it one step, because it's not a perfect paint correction process. It's what we call the 80% correction. And with the right technique, the right product, and the right polish, you're going to remove these imperfections, and now you're done and you can move on. The one-step machine polish is not going to give you the level of, say, a three-step paint correction like we do here at the shop, which we refer to as 90-95% correction. But what the one-step will do, it will safely remove your car wash scratches, towel marks, or the California duster marks you get, which we call micro-marring. So for your deeper imperfections, you're going to go to something more aggressive, but for one step, it can do it in about an hour to 2 hours on an average car and get great results. One thing we want to point out about the one-step polish, it does contain what we call last step protection polymer, but it's not going to give you the durability like our gloss finish or Concorso. So that's something you might want to add after using the one-step, but again, this does offer about 2 to 3 months protection in most clients. Now we've completed the one-step paint correction with the one-step machine polish, an orange heavy cut foam, and the Porta-Cable machine. We're going to conclude this video today, and we're going to say thank you for joining. And if you need any more information, please visit us online, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. So thank you for glossing, and we'll see you real soon.